why I had a conversation with my daughter. In our conversation, we were talking about her next financial move, and she asked me about real estate and starting a business. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I told her not to invest in real estate. And also, we're going to talk about the easiest ways to generate passive income. They go beyond real estate, starting a business, and all that other stuff. That's actually quite difficult. So get comfortable, buckle up your seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel. And 3, 2, 1, and go. Hello, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. This is theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about Black wealth and Black economics every day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under one condition. The condition is that we are Black first. Black first means we put our community at the top of our priority list. Black first also means we educate our kids. Black first means we break generational curses. We do not continue them. Black first also means that we make sure that our children are financially prepared for the future. If you agree with this philosophy, put a hashtag B and the number 1 in the chat. Hashtag B1. That's the calling card. Also, I want to just stop for a minute and sing happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Because today is my birthday. So happy birthday to me. So thank you for allowing me to bless you with my amazing singing skill and my beautiful voice. Anyway, yeah, today is my birthday, and another day I get to spend with the most beautiful woman in the world and with my family and everything else. And I'm just going to tell you, since I'm a little bit more of an OG now, I want to give some OG advice and say that the best thing you can invest in your life is family and people. And I'm going to tell you, I was surrounded by some wonderful people who all sang happy birthday to me yesterday, and it really meant a lot to me. And also those of you, and it's literally been thousands of you who wished me a happy birthday. I truly appreciate that. That is not ignored. That is not forgotten. That is not overlooked. Now, with that being said, as I wanted to share this thought with you as I get ready to go down to visit my family. I'm about to head down to go see my dad and my mother and everything else. And also I got to pick up our son from college. I was thinking about a conversation I had with my daughter, and this is similar to a conversation I've had with our other kids. And again, in our family, we don't do stepchild, half child, none of that. All those kids are my kids. They all mine. I'm claiming every one of them. And so we had a conversation about just income and making money and investing in wealth and all that. And they hear me talk every day about wealth and Black wealth and investing and starting businesses and all that. And they were, they were asking me in particular, and actually particularly this conversation was with my daughter. And she said, what's the next move I should make? And she said, I was thinking about buying some real estate and flipping some houses and getting into that and, putting some money up for that. And I said, yeah, I know a lot of people who flip houses. I know a lot of people who do real estate. A lot of people who do passive, who have rental property. And I own some rental property, and I said, it's not a bad way to make money. I said, but really, I don't think it's the best way to make money. I said that at least with that, you want to think about the bright side and the dark side of it. Okay, so the bright side is you own some assets, which is very important. Owning real estate does matter. The other bright side is you get this income. And it's great. It's recurring income. You don't have to work for it as much, stuff like that. I said the downside is that there can be some hassle. There's a lot of paperwork, a lot of back and forth, dealing with tenants. Even if you have a property management company, you still have to deal with that stuff at some point. And just some of the complications. Plus, I said the ROI really isn't that great. When you really dig into investing, you actually realize that the return on investment from real estate, it's okay. I mean, but compared to my other investments, it doesn't do that well from an income standpoint. It's not like my wife and I are sitting around waiting for the rent checks to come through so that we can live large. There are other things that come in that actually allow us to live larger. And so we also talked about starting a business. And I said, yeah, starting a business is nice. I started several businesses, and I think you should eventually start a business, and I think you should eventually own real estate. So let's be clear. I'm not anti-real estate. I own real estate. I'm not anti-business ownership. I own several businesses. But I say, yeah, but running a business is a lot of work. Again, same process. I was like, yeah, you got to deal with a lot of people, a lot of stuff that goes wrong, stuff that blows up in your face, money that you invest that you don't get back, a lot of late nights, a lot of grind. And you ever hear people talk about starting a business? Give me a yes or no if you've ever heard somebody talk about starting a business. And it really just made you kind of say, damn, wow. Like I don't even know if I want to do all that. My mother said that. My mother said that she listened to a lady talk about starting a business, and the lady said, you got to be willing to work. You got to be willing to work full time, all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day till 10 o'clock at night. And my mother was like, I don't want to do all of that. That feels like slavery, especially since I'm not going to be making money for 3 to 5 years, and I may never make any money at all. So here's my thought. This is me being realistic with you about owning businesses and owning real estate. I think you want to get in. Those are the games that people get into. Don't get me wrong. That's where rich people get rich. But it ain't like this straightforward, easy on ramp into the world of wealth and success. There are lots of complications that come with it. You got to want to do it. I don't invest in a business unless I'm 100% clear that this is really what I want to do. It ain't even about the money as much anymore. Like you can bring the best business idea and say, "Oh, this thing is going to make $1 trillion," and I'd be like, "Yeah, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to I don't want to sell toilet paper, for the rest of my life. I just don't want to. I want to do something that means something that fulfills me, right? And because that fulfillment is where you get your paycheck when the money ain't coming in. A lot of what I've done has been around my PhD and me, teaching finance and kind of challenging the whole black wealth gap and all that stuff. That's been a huge passion for me. I did research on it when I was working on my doctorate. I did a lot of work on it when I was at Syracuse University, so I was really passionate about it already. And that passion is what made me feel good about what I was doing when I wasn't making any money. Okay. So I told my daughter, I said, yeah, I said, yeah, you should eventually invest in real estate, but I don't think that should be your next move. Especially because she's a mom and everything else. I said her most important job is taking care of her kids. I know that we act like motherhood is not an important job, but I really encourage you to reconsider the fact that we have a society that's devalued the importance of motherhood. Mothers matter. If mothers all stop doing their jobs tomorrow, the whole world will fall into complete chaos, right? So motherhood is really important. So I told her not to invest in real estate. I said because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of complication. I said don't go start a business right now again because it's going to take a bunch of your money. So she said, so what should I do then? I said, well, actually, the way I generate my income is I actually sell covered call options. I said I own a bunch of stock and have some cash, and every week I generate income by selling covered calls or selling puts. And she said, what is that? I said, well, in the options market, everybody talks about stock options now, but they talk about it from the buy side. Because options are like they feel like a casino, because you can invest a little bit and make a whole lot if it goes right. But the problem is it can go wrong. It can easily go wrong where you don't make any money or you lose all your money. Well, where does your money go? Well, your money goes to the fact that for every option that is bought, someone must sell that option. The options don't just come out of the sky. They come from a market. Just like in a club, if a man says, I went to the club and I met a girl, well, you know that there had to be at least one girl in the building because if there isn't a girl that is there, then there's no girl for him to meet, right? So there's at least two people in the club, him and that girl, right? So the same thing is true with the market. If someone says I went and bought something, that means somebody had to sell something. So with options, I have really rarely been interested in being heavy on the buy side of options. I see what people are doing. I saw the Wall Street bets and the Reddit crowd and everybody getting excited like, woo, I bought these options. I spent $500 and flipped it into 5,000. The reason that didn't get me excited is because I know financial theory. I know the history of the markets. I understand stock markets extremely well. And I know that for every yin, there's a yang. For every up, there's a down. Just like the show Stranger Things, there's always the upside down world where everything flips on its head, where the same high that you get from making that money from buying the option is the same load you're going to feel when all your money gets lost. So I've never been on the buy side for stock options. I've actually spent more time on the sell side. I sell stock options the same way you sell Air Jordans, the same way you sell loaves of bread, all that stuff. So basically, what I wanted to mention to you guys is, and I've been talking to you guys about this for a while, and I finally put it together. I spent about a couple of years kind of actually developing the whole process in terms of what I wanted to actually break down for you. And I put together a whole masterclass on it. It's a 4-week masterclass, and I came up with the word Prime. Prime stands for Passive Recurring Income Machine, because that's exactly a way to describe the process. And what it does is it allows you to know exactly what the process is to pick the right stocks to sell options on, how to calibrate your risk, how to figure out how much income you can generate, how to use leverage safely so that you can generate that income. And that's what I put together. And the reason I'm putting it together now and sharing it with you now is because now is really the best time to be in that space. Now is not the time to be a gunslinger and a high risk taker. Now is the time to be the safe conservative person that's actually generating the consistent income in a world where income is harder to come by. Crypto's not going up, stocks aren't going up. So if you just buy a stock and sit on it, that ability to make money, say in the next month or two or whatever, is somewhat limited. You're going to make money over the next 4 or 5 years, but you may not make money next week or next month. So long story short, that's what the whole process is all about. And we actually get started on July 7th. It's a 4-week process. And if you want to go sign up at boycewatkins.com, if you're on Instagram, you can hit the link in the bio. For today only, there is a 48% discount. So what we do is we do an early bird discount on a lot of our programs in the Black Business School. And you can click on the link, take a look, decide if it's for you. And everything in the Black Business School has a 30-day, 100% money back guarantee. So if you're not happy for any reason, you can just say, oh, this didn't work for me. I want a refund. That's totally fine. But then also everything that we do in this program is for life. And in addition to that, you get free access to my complete stock options masterclass. You also get access to the lecture series I did on putting together your family investment club as a family bank. So what happens is once you learn these passive recurring income strategies, then you could take that back to your family investment club and actually use that as a way to actually not just generate the capital that you need, but generate the income that you need and also actually function as your own bank. People talk about infinite banking and all that, but the reality is that that's a simplified way of doing something that can be done actually much, much better. They use that particular method for the masses because that's what people understand. But again, because I've taught finance for 30 years, I know actually exactly what the mechanics of that process are, so you can actually tweak it in a way that actually works better for Black families and better for building Black wealth. So if you're interested in taking a look and you want to jump in, feel free to go to boycewatkins.com. You can take a look there, or if you're on Instagram, hit the link in the bio. For the rest of the day, you can actually get 48% off. And I hope to see you guys on July 7th, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, I'm out of here. I'm going to go hit the road. I got to go see my dad. And thank you guys again for the happy birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. And I love you, and I will see you soon. And I'll check back in with you a little bit later. So take care now. Bye-bye.